What's up, guys? This is another edition of the YWCollaborations Interview, and my special guest is none other than.
WWE versus TNA NY.
Thank you. So my number one question is, how did you get into pro wrestling?
How did I get into pro wrestling? Okay, so it started off, I was little. I started collecting the figures, the video games, and I had my friend Dino. I seen him like last month and everything. I don't think he watches wrestling anymore, but he used to watch like WCW and WWF during that time, and he was telling me all about it. The superstars he liked: The Undertaker, The King, fucking Big Show, Sting, Kevin Nash, like guys like the NWO, Sting, and all that shit. Hulk Hogan. Then I started liking it. Took me until like 2003 to start fully watching it. Because by then I had like most of the video games by 2003, including Here Comes the Pain, the latest. So I kind of knew who was on the roster and who wasn't on the roster.
Oh yeah.
So I started watching in 2003. Started watching some Velocity, WWE Confidential. Started watching that occasionally. Anytime I could find it, I'd watch it because I was dying to watch it. And my friend Dino was we were looking through WWE magazine, and he told me about the Undertaker and Kane burying alive Undertaker, and I was like, whoa, Undertaker's gonna go back to his dead man gimmick, So I was really pumped up for that. It led up to WrestleMania, but before that, I got the WrestleMania 19 VHS, Unforgiven VHS. I got a Survivor Series and. No, wait, no, my bad. I didn't get No Mercy. All right, I got Survivor Series and Armageddon, and then I got No Way Out 2004 when Eddie Guerrero won the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
And then I was supposed to get tickets for WrestleMania 20 because it was Madison Square Garden.
So do I, man.
Yeah, and the main event, of course, was Kane versus The Undertaker for Undertaker's return, and I was really excited for that. And also, it wasn't just that.
The Triple Threat Raw.
It was also the main event. It was also Christian versus Chris Jericho feud that's been going on.
Yeah.
Which I learned about through the DVDs and all that shit. And then the main event, Chris Benoit versus Triple H versus Shawn Michaels when Chris Benoit won the championship. So yeah, but I didn't get to watch that match live because after the Undertaker Kane match, I thought that was the main event. Then I shut it off. But
Okay.
then after that, I started watching wrestling full time. Friday Night SmackDown, Monday nights. 2004 was a great year, in my opinion. Any year from 2002 to 2004 were great. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
So and then I found out about TNA. Soon after that, I didn't really watch TNA full time until 2009. No, late 2008. Continuing on to 2009. That's when I started watching TNA full time. And I found out TNA because one time my mom ordered a TNA weekly pay-per-view, and that's how I found out about it.
Me too, man.
And then I saw I forgot what year this was. I think it was 05 or 04. It was Jeff Jarrett versus Jeff Hardy. I forgot what event it was.
Oh, that was Victory Road.
I think that was Victory Road, yeah.
Yeah, with the ladder match?
It wasn't a ladder match. It was just a regular single match. But whatever, and then after that, I started watching shit from the independent circuit, Ring of Honor. I watch them online because that's the only place where you can find it. But Ring of Honor's having a television deal, so you know what? I'm just a wrestling mark. I don't consider myself a WWE mark. I consider myself a TNA mark or any specific.
What about XPW?
XPW, that's not a wrestling promotion. But let's talk about when I got out of wrestling for the brief time back in 07. It was after Chris Benoit died and that whole McMahon limo explosion and everything. I just couldn't watch it anymore. I was upset by the fact that what Chris Benoit did to his family and what Vince McMahon was trying to portray, like a dead man and anything like that.
Yeah.
I just stopped watching it. It took like a 2-month break. Got back into it. I was going to stop watching wrestling in 2009 because I felt I was watching too much of it, from Monday Night Raw to ECW on Tuesdays, which was a complete failure, to my opinion.
To Impact.
Yeah, it's a fucking TNA, and I was watching Ring of Honor on HDNet, SmackDown, and it was getting too much for me. So I decided to make the decision to cut down on wrestling and stop. And WWE was getting boring. In 2009, the PG thing wasn't too happy about.
Yeah.
And then I just started watching TNA full time. More, I just watched TNA more, and I watched WWE occasionally. And then up until November 1st, me and Chris from the Chicha Productions went to a wrestling event, and that's when I got back into it full time.
Yeah.
If it weren't for guys like Wade Barrett and Sheamus, I still want to be into WWE. I'll be watching TNA and all the other independent circuits. But yeah, go on with your next question.
Okay.
Sorry I wasted
Cool.
so much time on that.
It's alright, man. What's your thoughts on WCW? And another question after that.
First of all, I don't know about WCW. I didn't live throughout the time, but like from watching the rise and fall of WCW, it's just sad that Vince Russo had to fuck up the company.
Me too, man.
The finger poke of doom and all that shit.
I grew up watching WCW 2000.
I never got a chance to watch it. I did watch a Sting shoot interview and all that shit, but I never really got the chance to watch WCW because I never did. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite wrestler of all time?
Favorite wrestler of all time has to be The Undertaker.
Okay.
And second, it gives me two. Brothers of Destruction,
Yeah.
They're the reason why I started watching wrestling too. Guys like that, if I were to ever become a wrestler, I would like to have a character like that. That's always my favorable character, like the Dead Man gimmick and all that shit.
Yeah.
It's always my favorite character.
All right. So what's the best pay-per-view you ever watched from your eyes? Like like you ever witnessed?
I've ever witnessed. Not that I bought on DVD like some other YouTubers. Let's see. Best pay-per-view I've ever watched of all time. This is fucking hard. But I'll have to go with No Way Out, 2004. Nah, I'm joking. That wasn't that much of a good pay-per-view. It was only the main event was good. So I have to go with Unforgiven, 2003.
Yeah. The Shane McMahon versus Kane.
That was sick.
Yeah.
So there was other great matches on that card too. Triple H versus Goldberg when Goldberg became champion.
Yeah.
Did he become champion? Yeah, he became champion.
Yeah.
It was really good. So
I remember when I was little looking for that clip of Shane McMahon jumping on Kane from the stage.
Kane, he dodged it or whatever, and it was the last man standing. I think that was the best pay-per-view I've ever saw.
Yeah, always wanted to own it, still do to this day. But my next question has to be, what was your favorite wrestler in the ROH, like, in the indie circuit?
Who's my favorite wrestler in the independent circuit right now?
Yeah.
Or in ROH or anything. Because ROH is not an independent wrestling circuit anymore.
Alright, so, CZW.
I'm gonna say my favorite indie wrestler.
Okay? Yeah, damn it.
You want to know my favorite indie wrestler right now?
Yes.
Alright, I'll give you three. Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
Sami Callihan.
Yeah.
No, wait. And then after Colt Cabana, and then I got two more. The Briscoe Brothers.
Alright.
I like the Briscoe Brothers, Colt Cabana, Sami Callihan, and Johnny Gargano. If you don't like that, then suck it.
Okay, next question. When you started your account, who's you surprised to, from you to get sub from, like a Stevie Breach or like a Spinnernet, for instance, like
what are you talking about?
Like
when
who are you surprised that sub to you?
I don't really.
What user?
I just don't really give a shit about subscribers, to be honest. Whoever subs to my account, happy enough. I don't know who subs to me. I don't check that often, but I think my first subscriber would be the one that really fascinated me. It was just that it was one of those sub for sub guys, so yeah. Just randomly subbed to me. But you want to talk about how I got started in
yeah.
YouTube? Okay, how I got started in YouTube. Okay, the reason why I started my account because I wanted to do wrestling news. I also wanted to do comedy, compete with Gino the Guinea, Fred. Yeah, that's right, Gino the fucking Guinea. I am Italian, so. And I wanted to compete with those guys, Mosh, and then I never got to make a video. I made my account in April 25th of 2008, I believe. And I was just putting favorites on the account. I opened this account along with my friend Vincenzo, Maurizio, and my brother Angelo. And then I took ownership of the channel, because I didn't want them doing it no more. They were fucking up the channel. I was getting pissed off. And then they made a YouTube channel. Like, I'm joking. No, I'm not gonna go into that. But I just wanted to take over the channel. Then I made a decision that I was gonna come out with videos soon with Chris and all that. But then that fell through.
Yeah.
It fell through because I created in the summer of '09. I created a comedy account called the Mo Productions. And I was getting more into that, and I closed wwevstnaNY, and I was doing comedy videos and all that shit. Then the worst mistake of my life was closing down that account. But during the time, during the last month of the Mo Productions, I reopened wwevstnaNY and started making videos ever since. If it weren't for Chris from Messenger Productions, I would never be back on YouTube with wrestling. He inspired me to because he got back into wrestling news. Well, he got into wrestling news. He never did it before because he was doing comedy, and comedy wasn't working out either. But I'm looking to do comedy soon with the Mo Productions. I just don't know.
Yeah, because my next question was, what was the state the Mo Productions is in?
What state is it in? No one really knows about it that much, but I'll say it anyway. It was a comedy account. The last video I made was called "1,000 Suns," and it was based on the Linkin Park album coming out and all that shit. Me getting dragged into the 1,000 Suns, my green screen effects and everything like that. And I got over 400 views, a lot of comments. I didn't know, I got in trouble for a video I put earlier with a racist comment, but I didn't say it exactly. It was like, I played like a pre-recorded clip or whatever. This character I made named Nick. And I also made a character named Mo, who was the main character who had like a squeaky voice. She's like, "My name's Mo!" Yeah, that was like the best character, but I couldn't do it during the time of my I had a pneumonia. I woke in pneumonia, and I couldn't really do it anymore. Couldn't do the Mo voice because of the coughing and everything and all that shit. So yeah, the state it's in now, there's no videos on the account. I'm thinking of rebooting it my best. I don't know what to do. I can't think of any ideas. There's so many ideas, but that's just how it is.
Okay, thank you for thanks for being on the show, man, and please
Thank
sub
you
to.
for having me on your show, and thanks for taking your time out of your day to watch our. Oh wait, my name's not Boston Fan 79. Oh yeah, and I gotta say goodbye, YouTube. Oh wait, I'm not. It's just the best one TV. Oh whatever. Goodbye.
All right,
Thank you. Bye.
all right. Thanks for having on the show, and talk to you later, man.
Talk to you later, man.
Peace.